Count 1, verdict, guilty. We, the jury, find the defendant, Brian Fulton, guilty of murder, a felony.
Now at 5, breaking news. A jury convicts a man of a murder at the convention center. The time he could spend behind bars for the deadly stabbing.
Crashing into a Metro Police cruiser on purpose, why the person behind the wheel needed to get that officer's attention. Angela.
Anne-Marie, big weather pattern change. Here comes the sunshine and the warm up too. I'll have the numbers for the rest of the week.
Purdue gears up to embark on their NCAA tournament journey as one of the hottest teams in the country. Tournament preview coming up in sports.
"13 News at 5 begins with breaking news tonight. In just the last hour, a Marion County jury convicted a man of killing someone inside the Indiana Convention Center.
That verdict this afternoon quickly followed the closing arguments earlier today. Ashton Hackman there in the courtroom with his camera.
Ashton, this trial only lasted 2 days.
A relatively fast-paced murder trial and an even faster verdict. The jury came to that conclusion within just a half hour. The prosecution and defense both kept their arguments very simple today. 34-year-old Brian Fulton stabbed and killed 58-year-old Al Gosnell in September 2024 inside the Indiana Convention Center, where both men worked at the time. During the trial this week, jurors were shown surveillance video from that attack. It captured Gosnell leaving a sound and lighting office. Fulton, wearing a backpack, was seen following behind. In closing arguments today, Fulton's attorneys claimed he acted in self-defense.
The video does not show the beginning of the altercation. Therefore, we cannot say who the initial aggressor was.
He took out a rope.
But prosecutors told jurors this was a targeted attack. They argued Fulton followed Gosnell down a hallway before stabbing him multiple times with a box cutter. Convention Center employees saw Fulton walking away from the scene, and security called police. Metro Police then arrested him near a downtown bus station shortly after.
The defendant lied to you. The defendant put the knife back in Al's hand so he could come up here later and so he could have a story to tell.
The jury ultimately agreed, finding Fulton guilty of murder. Now he faces up to 65 years in prison. A judge set his sentencing hearing for April 22nd. Anne-Marie and Felicia, Al Gosnell's family, relieved to hear that verdict in the courtroom today. They tell us he grew up in Elwood and lived in Lapel at the time of his murder.
All right, Ashton Hackman reporting live for us tonight from the CJC. Thank you. Also tonight here in Indianapolis, Metro Police tell us they're trying to figure out who's responsible for firing shots in the direction of the Metro Police Mounted Patrol Barn. Officers posted an update online saying it happened just around 12:15, and they found evidence of the shooting out in the roadway there. So we want to show you video. This is the new facility where the barn is located. It's near West Michigan Street and North Tibbs Avenue. This brand new facility, state-of-the-art, opened just in August of last year. After the incident today, we learned thankfully no horses were injured. Now they are asking anyone who may have video or information about the shots fired there today to call the IMPD Southwest District.
Tonight, a rideshare driver is thankful to be alive after the person he was driving allegedly tried to rob him at gunpoint. And the way he flagged police to get help is what's drawing attention.
Our Matthew Foltz went back to the scene today and shares the quick thinking from that driver to avoid getting robbed or injured.
At 38th and Sherman, traffic seems almost nonstop. But Tuesday night after 10, it came to a stop.
This person was scared, was able to locate a police officer's vehicle sitting there, and had to make a swift action, right?
Tommy Thompson with IMPD says that scared person was a rideshare driver being robbed at gunpoint by a 17-year-old passenger.
It's very scary, it's very sad. Someone's trying to make a living.
Metro Police say the driver told investigators the teen pulled a gun and threatened to shoot him if he moved. Police say the teen then took the driver's phone and began transferring money from multiple apps to himself before ordering the driver to drive to an ATM. Metro Police says the driver then saw a police officer stopped near 38th and Sherman and decided to drive over a curb and hit the rear side of the police car in order to get help. Thompson says the officer then got out and chased the teen on foot before placing him under arrest.
That's amazing to think that this driver said, I've just got to take this ultimate action, and we're ultimately able to hold someone accountable for a violent act.
A quick thinking incident that now serves as a reminder about the safety for rideshare drivers.
Making sure that your pickup and drop-off zones are in well-lit areas and that you're not just dropping off in the middle of a park or something late at night.
Police are also encouraging drivers to verify the riders they pick up. While the entire ordeal may be shocking, Thompson is just glad it wasn't worse.
Thankfully, no one was hurt in this physically, but there is someone who has to go through this, not only just the victim, the rideshare driver, having to go through this trauma, emotional trauma. You have an individual here that now is a part of a criminal system.
A system Thompson hopes to see less teens in. Reporting on Indy's East Side, I'm Matthew Fulton, 13 News.
So Matthew also reached out to that rideshare company Uber today. They said they're alarmed by the report and they have been in contact with the driver. The company tells us they also immediately banned that rider's account and is cooperating with IMPD.
Tonight, the remains of 6 U.S. service members killed in a refueling plane crash in Iraq are back in the U.S. And this includes the remains of an airman who grew up in Mooresville. President Trump was at Dover Air Force Base for the dignified transfer. The video you see here shows his arrival. The dignified transfer was private. The family of 38-year-old Captain Seth Koval were there as well. He was a member of the Ohio Air National Guard since 2017, but he first enlisted in Indiana back in 2011. We do not yet know when and where there will be services for Captain Koval.
Our weather making a big change. Yesterday at this time, there was still a little bit of snow on the golf course at the Country Club of Indianapolis. Not the case today. The snow is gone. The sunshine is back for a good part of central Indiana. However, to the east in Connorsville, we still have some clouds. Those clouds having an impact on temperatures. North and east, we're in the upper 30s and low 40s. South and west, we're in the upper 40s and low 50s. As warm as 54 in Terre Haute and Bedford. We're at 48 degrees in Indianapolis. Temperatures tomorrow in the 60s and 70s. The warm up starts today and it really will continue as we head into the end of the work week and the start of the weekend. Coming downtown, Trailblazers and the Pacers to cheer on our Pacers. Temperatures will be in the middle and upper 40s, so still jacket weather, but nothing weather-wise to slow you down. Some clouds to start our Thursday, but not nearly as cold. We'll be in the upper 30s to start. If you want to throw the umbrella in, sure, you're not going to need it all day. Just a slight chance of a passing shower on Thursday. And the big story will be the warm up. Those high temperatures in the 60s tomorrow. Slight rain chance tomorrow, better rain chance as we get into the end of the weekend. I'll have that look ahead in a few minutes.